What is going on, everybody? It's Ken, Beansball Card Blog. So to me, one of the best things about this 2020 Hall of Fame voting is that I was able to find some new channels. And one of the channels I found is one that I'm definitely gonna be interested in. I need to go back and see what he's posted before, and I'm excited to see what comes in the future. Is TheMURPH398. And I put him into my subscriptions, and I commented on one of his videos and mentioned that my first favorite player was Dale Murphy. I don't have a big collection anymore. I've had a lot of stuff over time. I even still have some that I'm gonna, probably just put in my 3 for $1 box at card shows, because he does have a good following. But what I have on Dale Murphy, I definitely focus more on quantity than quality in general. There's a couple that have some reason that I particularly like them that are worth 25 cents. But I'm going to keep those. But I told him that I would just do a little video of what I do have. So that's what I'm doing. Why is Dale Murphy my favorite player? So tomorrow you're going to see a video about my Uncle Don. He's the one that got me into card collecting. Christmas 1986 was when I received my first cards. It was an 86 top set. He lived in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I was born. Not where I grew up, but where I was born. My grandma also lived in Birmingham. My whole family was Braves fans. So as an 8-year-old kid, I become a Braves fan. Yeah, I was an hour south of Pittsburgh. You would think I would become a Pirates fan, but I didn't grow up with cable. I grew up with 4 or 5 channels. So I wasn't watching a bunch of baseball on TV anyway. So it wasn't like I saw the Pirates had the opportunity to see the Pirates that much. But again, that was 88, and Dale Murphy retired in 93, so my fanhood, I don't want to say my fanhood went away, but the days of him being my favorite current player were over pretty quickly. I moved on, and Will Clark was my new favorite player after that, but Murph's always got a soft spot in my heart. As you can see, I'm wearing my Braves. You can't see the back, but it's the Murphy player tee. Bought this years ago. Don't wear it very often. Couldn't really fit into it for a while, but lost some weight. Lost my height. I was about 325, 330. I'm down to 255 range right now, so I've lost more than 50 pounds and can actually fit into it. Dig it. But I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to show you just a handful of cards that are my keepers, and some of the first ones you'll see are not, like I said, they're like quarter cards maybe, and you'd probably pass on them in a quarter box. Maybe a dime box, you'd snag them, but for me, they've got a value, and that's what the hobby's about, not the monetary value. If you think it's about the monetary value, sorry, I disagree. I don't care. I've been collecting 32 years. It's about the memories. It's about what it does for me, and it's a hobby. So anyway, flip this around. Take a quick look for this second Sunday showcase that I'm putting together, and try to get you out of here in under 10. But you know how that goes. I seem to love hearing myself talk. So I wanted to have some kind of background, other than just my little whiteboard there. So I guess I've kind of shown off already that those are my big boys. Those Greats of the Games autographs, I love those. Those were some of the first autographs of his to come out, and I've had those since the early 2000s. Shortly after they came out, I'm sure that I picked both of those up off of eBay, and I love those sets. Hindsight being 2020, I would have gone back and collected a lot of those legends that were in that set, but the prices are more than I'm willing to shell out now with my 45 dozen different collections that I have inside of my collection. So, limited funds, unlimited cards. So you have to limit your fun. You have to limit the cards. The one on the right, the 84 autograph, that is a buyback from 1 year. You can't really see it there, I don't think, but it's hand numbered 25 of 29. Always loved the 84 design. When I would go to my grandma's and stay in the summer, I'm guessing 84 is the year she got into baseball cards because there was just an abundance of 84 Fleer in her house. And she had some 84 tops as well. So because of that, I think just, being young, and they were old cards to me. I mean, I was 8, so 8, 9, 10. So those were half a lifetime ago to me. They were vintage, man. They were old. They were awesome. And I just love that 84 design. The one you see there with the Donner Studio with the $40 tag on it, that's the most recent one I've bought, and that's all relative. I'll probably pick that up couple, maybe 3 years ago. I know that I got that at SMP Sports Cards in Grapevine, Texas, and I also know that I did not pay that $40 for it. I paid significantly less. I want to say I got it for maybe $15, maybe 20. If you're ever in our area, you need to check them out. Great guys up there. Great guys. So those are the big boys. I feel like I had some jersey cards at one time, and I must have gotten rid of those because I can't find them. But I know there are some on ComC that I've got in my cart, so I look every once in a while and see if somebody's running a sale on them, something I can pick up cheaply. So let's kind of just run through some of the other ones that are, have some kind of value to me. First one. Love it, hate it, whatever it is. It's 87 tops, and it is awesome. So, if you paid attention to what I said, 87 was the first year I collected. So, 87 tops is always, it's just always going to be one of my favorite sets. So, but I'm torn. I'm not even sure if it's my favorite set from 1987 because I also love the 87 Donruss. This is the base one. I can see my lighting's not great, but if I turn another light on, I have a horrible glare. So I love 1987 Donruss as well, and that will always be another one of my favorites. I think I pulled that one out of a pack somewhat recently. I'm sure I've had plenty of them over the years. In 1987, the first year I collected, my parents, specifically my mom, they were always good about my card collecting and encouraged it. And I know that it seemed like every payday my mom would go to the local wholesaler and buy me a whole box of 1987 Donruss. And it's funny how sometimes things, again, can bring back a memory. I know that one of my uncles got married in 1987 because I remember being in Alabama. It was the night before his wedding, and as a 8-year-old kid, bored out of my mind, but to keep me from bothering all the adults, they had brought a 1987 Donruss box for me to open, and that's what I did. So speaking of things I would love, always loved Diamond Kings as a kid, and with Mike Baseball Collector showing off a lot of his signed just signed Perez Steel Diamond Kings. Press steel in general, but the Diamond Kings, the cards are what I like. Hoping to maybe get this signed someday. Maybe he'll come to TriStar or something, or be at the National. When eventually I get to the National, and it'll be well worth the price to get this thing signed by itself. And I want to say he's got an 87 Diamond King too, but for some reason I didn't see that among the cards I had, so I'm going to need to fix that. Two more that I love. I was not collecting baseball at this time. I still really don't collect a ton of baseball, but I wasn't opening packs. I'm going to say, let me look. These are, I was a year off. I thought they were 2012, but they're 2011. These Diamond Anniversaries. And I think there's still another one I need. I think there's a Canary, but I'm not talking about the Canary 101. But I think there's another color that I need and want. It was just cool to see him in a parallel to where you could actually do a rainbow. You can't do a rainbow with any Murphy Playing Day cards. So this is one. Like I said, I want to get that third one. I can't even remember what it is. Going to have to do a little research. I'm sure somebody can tell me. But those are some more that I'm definitely going to that are going to be the keepers. This next one is not a card I'm particularly fond of. This is the 1993 Pinnacle Cooperstown card. And the reason being, even though it's dark, you can see what he's in. And man, I'm not a big fan of the Philly stuff, but I'm definitely not a fan of the Rocky stuff. But I actually have an eBay search set. I want to get the Dufex. I love the Pinnacle Dufex technology, and am really excited to pick one of those up when I can. But as much as I've been looking for them for, just a couple weeks, I've had to search and been paying more attention. Not seen a Murph pop up. I've seen a lot of the other ones, but for whatever reason, no Murphy. But someday it will be mine. And as you see right there in the bottom corner, I got one last one to show you. It's a Phillies card, so I'm not excited about that, but it is the first one of these I ever had, and I only got it recently, even though it's a almost 30-year-old card. There it is right there. You can see it in the corner as I try to focus on it. The Desert Shield in a screw-down holder. I think it came like that, and I just didn't bother with taking it out. I'm not super worried about it. But that is the first of the Desert Shield cards, or Desert Storm. Yeah, it's a Shield. I can never remember if it's Storm or Shield. But yeah. So super happy to have that, and I think I've only got like a handful of those. I need to get I don't know if I have the Will Clark yet. Oh! Down goes the Murph. Down goes the Murph. Oh well, what are you going to do? You'll have that. I don't collect for money. I collect for fun and memories. So even if those guys got dinged up a little bit, I ain't worried about it. So anyway, that's a quick look at what I have of the Murph. Pretty sure he's not going to ever make the Hall of Fame, but he should. You can disagree with me. Everyone's allowed to be wrong. Anyway, hope everyone has a great Sunday. Enjoy it. By the time you see this, I will probably be on my way to a card show. There's actually a card show popped up in Irving, Texas today from 10 to 4. So I will be there, and we'll see if I actually spend any money. It's not like I can go to a show without spending money, although I've done it. Anyway, have a great Sunday. Enjoy the big game if you watch it. I'll probably be at my brother-in-law's watching it. Don't really care, but there's going to be food and people, so it's worth it for me. Have a great one. Happy collecting, y'all.